Hello and welcome to Greta's Garden. I came out today, I was just getting, it's a warm day and I wanted to get some of the wild rose petals before they really fall off in this heat. Oh, pigeon! Good Lord, what do you want from me? We have a pigeon who comes around now and he scares me all the time. They smell divine. Oh, they really do. I use them mostly for teas. My tea mixes, and it just adds this lovely, pleasant aroma, which is gorgeous. But while I was sitting here gathering these, I just thought how pretty everything looked and realized that it's probably a good time to show you what the garden looks like mid-July, because it's really coming leaps and bounds now with all this heat and warmth, and it's looking pretty. So I wanted to show you. So we'll go down to my beds here. There's the pigeon. And there's a big boat coming in. That's a big fishing boat, actually. You just can't tell from here. Let's see if we can... No, you can't tell. What do you want, my little love? Oh. So at the beginning of my first bed, I've got Dalmay peas, and look how long and gorgeous these pods are. There's at least 10 peas in these pods. They're just coming on now and will grow up. Then I have some broad beans, some arugula to go to seed here. Now I'm harvesting quite a bit today, so I just wanted to show you before I really make a mess of the beds. Now I've been harvesting cut and come again the lettuce, but I've got to do another good one today before they wilt. I should have been at this a little earlier. My arugula, as I said, is going to seed. You need a few plants because they don't have as many seeds as something else like Mizuna would. And I've already started some seeds where I've pulled out, I don't know what those are. So, celery's doing good. It's doing very nice. And I can, of course, take any of the leaves for flavoring for anything I need also at this time. I think I'm finished with what I saved in the freezer. Marigolds are doing nice under there. Brussels sprouts. Red cabbage, some more lettuce, my globe artichoke with a pretty lettuce there. I'm just loving this time of year when things really start looking beautiful. I've only got one squash so far that's hopefully going to get pollinated. The rest, it's still early. My leeks, they're coming along well. They've got a long way to go, but they're coming along well. And I've got a lot of lacinatic kale. At this time, I don't cover my beds. I let nature do its thing. And you will see they've been eaten. You know, I try to pick worms off, but I'm not very good at it. But there comes a time when they're just gone anyways. I don't stress about it. And everything works out just fine. Carrots are coming along. Let's see what they look like. Oh, this one's starting to come out a bit. He's still small though. Cover him back up. This pepper plant will soon flower, but it fell over in the wind and I just left it. So he's doing okay. Hi, little birdie. My goodness. Do you think it's a baby? Hi, sweet pea. Or hope you didn't lose your spouse. That would be sad. This strawberry plant has been producing, but I have to be quicker than the varmints and the creatures to get the strawberries before they do. I'll take that one now. At some point I'll try to dig this out. I think it's coming from inside though. No, it's down there. And it will go in my strawberry bed. Do you want a strawberry, pigeon? Do you eat strawberries? Do you want that? Do you want a strawberry? I don't know. What do you want? Strawberries are doing well. I'm going to harvest some of those today, so I'll show you at the very end what I harvest. I think during mowing, Bruce might have hit a red currant, knocked it off, so I'm going to root that. It's just in here. The currants are still hanging on. I've had this in for probably a week now. Garlic, I harvest about August 1st. when it has the 3 leaves from the bottom browned. I've done all the scapes. There's always one that escapes me, and I see it right now. So I'll get that later too. And the other. So 200 cloves have been planted. These are fingerling potatoes. They don't seem to be doing that great, but I'll keep my eye on them. It's still very early for those. I've got perennial garlic that I'm letting the scapes go now. And now when I pull this, it's not so much like a leek. It does have what you would call more a spring bulb in there. So they're not hardened. And I'm using those already. More lettuce. More winter squash. And just bits of everything. But I just wanted to show how pretty it's all looking now. Yes, there's bug bites, but they're going. Got some flowers in there. And get out of the light. My broccoli is coming already. That's nice to see. Yeah. So see, the worms have been and gone. And, you know, birds eat it and who knows. But I let nature pretty much do it. Look at my friend. And my carrots in buckets have suffered from me not watering them. So I've lost some that came up. So I've got to stick some more in here. They just dried out. My bad. Corn is coming. More of the Dalmay peas. I have to get more string again. I just come out and I'm a little lazy and just do little bits. Hi, sweet pea. Who's a pretty girl? You want on the camera? Is that what you were? Yeah? Okay. Bunching onions. I'm harvesting these. This was a, I don't know. It's a very chunky one, isn't it? I was going to say green onion, but maybe it's not. Who knows? And more globe artichokes, more red cabbage. There seems to be a squash in there. And then parsnips. And green onions. And celery. And something gone to seed here, which would be a radish that I don't need. Ooh, he just didn't get anywhere with the heat. So I will check the radishes today and pull out any that may have survived a bit. More of the same. I've got some flowers. I've got some rutabaga. I've got some onions looking really good there. They don't look like bunching onions though, they look like regular. Some peppers. Some celery. This one looks nice, isn't it? So I can start harvesting if I need any. And I think I'm pretty much out of all my celery in the freezer. I try to stretch it to that's harvest time, but it's time I eat it all anyways. Look at the lacinato. It's called Black Magic that I buy, but that kale's looking great. We've been eating it, and it got attacked also, but those leaves I tossed, and we've eaten the rest. And there's 1, 2, 3 winter squash there. They've gone overboard on the squash. My borage. Now, this one I planted from seed, and there's one just down here, right there. And that came up from the prior season, a volunteer, and there was a lot of them. So I pulled them all out, because they, of course, suck up a lot of the moisture and nutrients from the soil. But it's such a good, you know, the bees love them, and I've got a lot of squash that need pollinating, so I like to have it. Letting this go to seed, but there were smaller plants here, self-seeded coriander, and the little wasps love those, the parasitic wasps, so definitely leaving those. And peppers, some more corn, and more of the Dalmay peas here, onions, Brussels sprouts, lots of red cabbage. I assume this might be a broccoli, staggered, and hidden everywhere. See, there's a carrot. It'll come up Just going around the other side. Here's carrots. Here's the bunching onions. They can come out soon. And this is bunching carrots. So I've got them closer together there. We love the little tender carrots. And a quick zoom of my beans here. These are bush beans. They're, these ones are semi-bush. And they could probably do with a little staking, but they group together, wind themselves up. It's my nuttle beans. But the rest are, they're doing good. Really good. Don't see many flowers yet, a few flowers coming. My eggplant, I'm going to harvest the one inside today. And I think they're doing okay. Yes, that's one coming there too. So I've got a few coming. The heat's going to help. The heat's going to help. Now these are my Gigante and some Scarlet Runner beans. And they've got nowhere to go now. So they're just going to have to fall back down and wrap around. I don't have any higher sticks for them. Something to ponder for future years. This is just a yellow zucchini. My plants, some of them are going yellow, and I've seen from other gardeners near me that they're having the same issue. I think it's our heat or lack of water. So just more of the same. This is cucumbers here. Brussels sprout. I'm not sure. Broccoli maybe. Maybe cauliflower. Kale. Red cabbage. And who knows. Some green onions. I'll get some of these today. They're getting nice and large. These are some white turnip. They're not really bulbing at this point, so I may have to pull those out and think about putting something else there. The heat's just too much for them now. But I did have some greens also. I've pulled out my spinach and my mizuna from here. Left one. I only need one. That will produce a lot of seeds. And some of what I succession planted here is now coming up. Oh, look. Wow. It's really low on the plants, but my Scarlet Runner beans are starting to climb. Again, I'll go and get more string. And the beautiful, gorgeous flowers just coming. I've beets everywhere. Radishes everywhere. Let's take that one. That looks perfect. Yeah, I better get some of these today. Looks like I've scattered some more of those bunching carrots there. Now down here, this is my squash gone wild. This is in the bed with my compost that wasn't even fully composted down. So there's tomato plants coming up. They're not going to do anything. They're buried everywhere in here. But I've left them because they just took over and I couldn't do anything. But look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm so excited. I hope I get a lovely harvest this year. Let me just see if I can find that little fellow in here. Like, what are the odds of it being pollinated in here? I don't know. There he is. Oh, please grow. Now this pot has my sweet potatoes. I won't hold my breath, but gotta try them. Hopefully we'll get some little ones, maybe. Not the climate for them. And I'm going to have to find a way to wrap my squash maybe up here so we can mow through here. Here's a bag of potatoes. Just a whole bunch of them. And I'll probably start harvesting some of those just to get some new potatoes. And this is the other bag. And it's very large and filled. Now I won't show today my other potato bed, but it's really looking fantastic. And of course there's another area of the garden. I'm just down at my raised beds here. But Bruce has just moved here, Bruce and Drew, and it now houses our manure that's normally kept in bags, but the bags start to disintegrate. So this is great. This is my sheep manure, which still needs to be composted down, which in November will go and top up all my beds. But this used to be a cold frame that we had 2 of them that Bruce built. He's going to bring down another one, and I'll use that for my garden waste. But when I first moved here, I was trying to push the season a bit, and they worked fantastic. You know, I was getting in the 1st of April, which is unheard of, greens and lettuce and things. But as my garden grew over the years, and this is just a portion of it, there's more, I got better and better at actually storing enough to last us over the winter. And that's way better than coming out in the cold, because April is snowy here. Or even if I was pushing it through the winter months, to go to my cold frame. So I stopped using them. Then I put asparagus in them, and it's just not productive enough. So Bruce said, can I move these, or do you want, and I said yes, and that's where we put the manure. So that's wonderful. And I'll just walk with my little friend here. So I'm going to go get my baskets and see what I can harvest today. Definitely some lettuce to go with lunch, and I'm getting a bit peckish, so I want some of that. So here's today's harvest. It's starting to wilt. I gotta get a move on here. So I just harvested one of my perennial garlic. They're lovely and mild. And a few tomatoes that I got from inside, some peppers from inside, and my eggplant from inside. Isn't that lovely? It's a Manure eggplant. You want to get them small. Then some radish, some green onions. I just got a celery to go with the salad. Some lacinated kale, lettuce, which I've washed and now looks horribly wilted. I'll put that in bags. It'll perk right up in the crisper. And some red Russian kale. Here's my wild rose petals. They will sit on my kitchen table here till they dry. And then I jar them up and put them in my pantry. And they will stay, they lose their color after a while, but not their perfume. Lovely scent. So that's a look at my mid-July raised garden beds. Coming along great. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Please consider subscribing, and we'll see you soon.